What's going on YouTube? Today we're talking about new reports coming in from Kobbie Mainoo or from Manchester United that Kobbie Mainoo is requesting around 200K a week for a new contract at Manchester United. Um, it's coming from a reliable source who's Chris Weaver. He's the director or he's the football journalist at Daily Mail. They've been known. I mean, it's reliable, but like also at the same time they've been known to like kind of exaggerate some things, like make cause a lot of drama, stir a lot of drama. Obviously that's just journalism in general, right? Like you hear something, you're gonna report it regardless if it's true or not, right? Just to get clicks, just to stir up the drama and stuff. This is going to be kind of a rant, right? Because I'm not sure if I want to believe this or not, knowing that Kobbie Mainoo came up from the system, right? He came from our youth academy all the way up to the first team, right? He's last season was his breakout season. This season, obviously under a new manager, he's kind of struggling to um, get into the starting lineup. Obviously, it's a new formation. It's a new system that he's not used to. Right? He's young. He's 19 years old. Like when you were 19 years old, you were expected to know everything right away. Right? It takes time to get to the place that he needs to be. Right? Especially to get into the squad. But because of these news, right? Like there's also reporting that yeah, this is funny. They're also reporting that Chelsea is trying to make a move on Kobbie Mainoo, which could be interesting, right? I don't think Kobbie Mainoo would ever leave to Chelsea, right? They're a team that I mean they're doing well now. Kind of struggling the last couple of games, but they were doing well for a period of time. And I don't know. I don't think Kobbie Mainoo would want to go to a Chelsea where they have also have a bunch of midfielders that are young that are kind of figuring out the system that they're trying to play, right? It's taken them a while. It's taken them a lot, and he has a lot of competition there, right? And at Manchester United, he doesn't have a lot of like crucial competition because obviously Casemiro, right, probably leaving either right now in the January transfer or for sure in the summer. I would hope. We'll see what happens because Manchester United, we all know how they are with their transfers, right? They're probably just gonna keep him, let him suck up all our money, even though he's not really performing. But or like hand out contracts like to Maguire, who's someone else that hasn't really been performing, starting to kind of figure it out now, but in the past hasn't been performing. Um, but yeah, like I don't think Kobbie Mainoo is gonna kind of he's not gonna try to go to a Chelsea where they have a lot of competition for him right away, and so he won't get into the squad right away. Maybe like Sancho's talking to him like, hey, come to Chelsea, right? Like we could use you here. You're young. Like maybe that's happening, but I don't know. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Making a move to Manchester United or to Chelsea just does not make sense to me. Where he can for sure prosper at United, where like obviously he's 1000% he's our best midfielder. He's 19 years old, right? He was performing so well last year. Like he's obviously going to struggle with the new system. I don't think that takes away from his talent. He's talented. We all know that, right? He's a generational talent. It's going to take him some time to get used to the system. Then once he figures it out, he's going to be back to the Kobbie Mainoo that we were last seeing, right? Where he's going crazy. Like he's outperforming a lot of these world class players. I think that's going to happen again. It's just he's struggling with the new system. That happens. Right? He's 19 years old. I don't think uh, him asking for 200 mil makes sense for me, right? Obviously, we have Mason Mount who hasn't been playing that's on 250 mil, like, and then we got Rashford who's not performing that's on 300 mil a week or 300K a week, right? 250K for Mount. So like Kobbie Mainoo requesting this amount, pay him, right? He's our best player. Pay him. I don't understand what's wrong with this. I really don't. 200K a week is a lot. And obviously he's 19 years old. We expect a lot from him, right? Especially if we're going to give him this 200K a week. But we have players that are making more that aren't performing as Kobbie Mainoo, right? They performed in the past, not Mason Mount for us at least. He kind of performed for Chelsea, kind of. You can argue he didn't really do that much at Chelsea as well. But Rashford, right, who's been a player that is on 300K a week, he performed one season, didn't perform the next season, performed again the other season. He's just an inconsistent player. Kobbie Mainoo, right? Last season he had a really good season. This season he's still doing okay in a new system. Like he's not doing terrible. He's not doing like he's not causing goals for us. He's losing the ball a little bit more. I've noticed that. But like that's about it. He's recovering. Like at least he's trying. Right? We have Rashford on 300K a week that is losing the ball, stops trying. It just gives up, lets players just run past him. Kobbie Mainoo's at least tracking back, trying, putting an effort into getting the ball, right? And he still has a 6.3 rating. I didn't even look up. I should have looked up Rashford, right? Like I'm curious to see what Rashford's rating is for Manchester United because 6.8, maybe because he's still like scoring some goals, but like that's kind of the one thing that I guess I should have taken into consideration, right? He's still scoring goals, but whenever he's not on the ball, he's not doing anything. He's not offering anything. He's not trying to move, right? He's not trying to do anything. He's just kind of standing around, just relax, right? Where Kobbie Mainoo is actually like looking around, like trying to move, trying to help out the team, right? And Rashford's just kind of like, yeah, I'm here, like I'm trying, you know. So like, I don't know. It makes in my head. It makes sense for Manchester United to pay Kobbie Mainoo this 200, maybe even consider like, hey, maybe 200K, 200K is kind of a lot. Maybe we do like 150, 125 a week. I'm sure Kobbie Mainoo would take that. I'm sure. I don't know what his contract is right now. That's actually a good question, right? Like what is he getting paid right now? I should have looked up salary. Right now he's getting 20. I don't know how accurate this is, right? 20 a week? That's kind of crazy for someone that is super. Yeah, so even just throw out 125. See what happens, right? Throw out 125. If he says no, like okay, 150. Keep going up. Maybe not try to get to 200, right? 200K is a lot per week, but he's someone that in my opinion, I would pay 200K a week for Kobbie Mainoo. He's phenomenal. Like I said, he's a generational talent. He's 19. He's struggling a little bit at the moment with a new system, but I don't see anything wrong with paying him. Right? Obviously, we've been struggling just in general, right? He hasn't really been playing a whole lot of the games. Like I think he had 30 minutes this game, right? So let's go back to Tottenham. Yeah, 34 minutes, then 90 minutes against Brentford or Bournemouth. That was just everyone was just performing bad against Bournemouth, and he actually did good against Bournemouth. And then we lose the Wolves, right? 63 minutes. Then we lost to Newcastle, right? 57 minutes, also played well, and then tied against Liverpool. He had 72 minutes, and I thought he did all right. The first half was kind of lackluster, right? Then made some good changes in the second half, right? And so Kobbie Mainoo being one of those changes that he obviously came off. Um, I don't see anything wrong with paying him this amount, right? I think, like I said, I think he's a generational talent. We just offered Maguire a new contract, right? How much is he on? He has to be on 200K a week, right? Maybe more. Yeah, he's 190. He's levels above Maguire, right? And then Luke Shaw earns 150. Like what? This is actually crazy. Okay, again, I'm not sure. Give me sport.com. I'm not sure how reliable this source is, but I'm sure it's pretty. I mean, Manchester United's salaries have always been a huge topic because we're not a good team. We're a team that struggles, that overpays their players, right? Euro, who came in, right, 115 per week. He doesn't even play that much. He obviously was coming off an injury, right? So is Mainoo coming off an injury, and he gets paid a fourth of this. Like that's actually insane. Like so, him offering to, I'm very sure that he was just like throw 200 out there. I'm better than all of these players. I did better last season than all of these players combined. Like Dalot, right? He should be getting paid more. Right? That's the problem with Manchester United is we overpay a lot of these players that aren't good for us, and then just keep them there. Right? We just keep them at the club. Right? We don't know what to do with them because we're paying them so much. No one else can offer us the amount to pay them because we pay them so much. Like that's a problem. And we know that that's a problem, but we continuously keep doing it, right? Euro just came in 115. Who else came in? Maserati, 135. Who else came in? Delict, 200. Like no one else can offer these players this amount, and that's why they're coming because they're making so much money. But then after they're not performing, after they're older, like Casemiro, right? No one else can pay them the money except the Saudi league. Are the players going to go to the Saudi league? No, because they think that they're better than the Saudi league. Even though you have players like Ronaldo and Neymar saying that the Saudi league's better than Ligue 1, right? Which is the French league, which I don't disagree with. I agree. I think the Saudi league is arguably in the top 5 leagues. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why Manchester United are okay with selling someone that is a generational talent, right? And then okay with keeping Johnny Evans makes 65. That's insane, right? Kobbie Mainoo should be on this list. I don't know how he's not. Okay, that's only defenders. Um, Goalkeepers. That's interesting. Team hitting 45, right? And he's doesn't play a single game. Oh, okay. Midfielders. Sorry about that. Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo 20. Okay. Yeah. So like, what? No, for sure. Kobbie Mainoo should be getting paid way more. For sure, no doubt about that in my mind. Garnacho 50. Garnacho should be getting paid more. Diallo should be getting paid more, right? Obviously, these players all had contract signs. I mean, okay, so Diallo's contract's about to expire. He's for sure going to get paid way more, right? At least 100. At least should be getting paid the same as Xerxes. Anthony on 200, like. Oh man, Manchester United is such a mess right now. It is such a mess, and I needed to rant about this because I cannot believe that Manchester United are okay with selling Kobbie Mainoo. Like I said, who was last season we struggled so much, right? He was the reason that we didn't struggle as bad, and they're like 200K. That's too much for us. We don't want that. Nope, nope. You're probably gonna get sold. Like that. That is insane to me. Insane. Anyone that knows the club knows that Kobbie Mainoo should not be getting sold for any amount because we could probably triple his value in the next 2-3 years, right? If he just plays more, figures out the system figure out the system, plays more, and then when he's playing more, he's gonna be performing because he is that talented that it's gonna take him a little bit to figure it out, yes, but he's talented enough that once he figures it out, he's gonna stand out again, right? Because that's how he is. That's how he performs, right? He's any player that like you know is a generational talent, like you see it, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna perform well no matter what the system is. Like I said, it might take him some time to figure it out, but he will start to perform again. And so I don't understand what's the deal with Manchester United. I think it's like everyone knows, it's the management, right? A lot of the management, the owners are struggling to. I feel like they don't understand football. They know business. I wouldn't even say they know business. I think they don't understand football. They don't understand business, and they're just struggling to figure this out. And that is a huge problem for Manchester United because we're going to lose so many talented players that should be at the club, and we're going to keep a bunch of the bad players that should not be at the club anymore. And so it is just a huge mess at Manchester United. And I needed to make a video talking about this because this is just insane to me to think that we're going to get rid of this generational talent, right? And keep a bunch of the players that aren't performing, but get rid of someone that is performing well. That I mean, it's a lot of money. It's gonna help us, right? I heard talks of like, I heard talks of 70 mil, 80 mil, right, from Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea have spent a lot of money on their midfield right now, their current midfield. So and just players in general. So like, obviously, Chelsea has the money to just blow on Kobbie Mainoo, but I don't think we're like Manchester United is just going to take that money and buy one player, right? They're not going to buy 3-4 players for the future, right? When we have a player for the future, we have Kobbie Mainoo who could be if we treat him well and if he and start Manchester United start figuring out, he's not going to want to leave the club. Manchester United is the biggest team in the world, right? One of the biggest teams in the world. Sorry, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I say the biggest team in the world, right? I think they're one of the biggest teams in the world. Um, but I don't know. I just I don't see the logic of this. And so like maybe if you guys can explain this logic to me in the comments, we could talk about it, but I just do not understand the logic of this, right? We're selling someone that's 19 years old for a large amount of money, yes, but could triple his money, could triple his value in the next coming years, right? If once he starts performing again, because he will perform again. That we all seen the level of Kobbie Mainoo, right? He's in the national team at 19 years old. Who else did that, right? Foden, Rashford, right? We see Foden now. Foden's performing well every game for Man City, right? He not every game, but he's still performing well. He's still out there. He's still contributing to the team. He's not like Rashford. He's definitely not like Rashford. Um, yeah, I don't see the logic of this. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Let me know what you if you were to sell Kobbie Mainoo, how much would you sell him for? I personally would not sell him for anything, but I don't know. I guess I don't understand business. I understand football for sure, but I guess I don't understand business because, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't see the logic of this at all. I think we try to figure it out, right? Obviously, 200K doesn't seem like a lot compared to everyone else's salaries, right? 200K does not seem like a lot at all, but I do not see the logic of this. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is insane news for me. I really hope that Manchester United figure this out to get Kobbie Mainoo to stay at the club. I think this is just another mess that Manchester United has gotten themselves into. And so I can't wait to see the day that Manchester United come back to glory. That's it. See you guys.